Hello, Kalive here, and in this video we're going to tackle the two caves on the fire island in the center, and these caves each contain an artifact that you need to summon the bosses on this map. And those artifacts are the Artifact of the Hunter and Artifact of the Massive. So this is where we are on the map. We're on the southwest part of the island, on Lava Island, and we're kind of on this little hill just to see all the little points of interest. So we have this I guess wall of islands here. We also have the red obelisk up there. You can see the green obelisk, and we could see the blue obelisk over there. And this is where we are. If we look back at the island, on this little hill, and behind us is a bunch of lava. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go look for this spot right here where there's like a little, I guess, S path that kind of curves inside. So this little loop. And right there is going to be the cave entrance. We gotta watch out for different types of creatures like pyromanes and rexes, stuff like that. This is the entrance, and the coordinates are 20.2 and 46.1. And this is the cave entrance, so once again you want to bring a Thylacoleo. They just are so mobile and you can get around. You're probably also going to want to cryopod your... Okay, well, I have it on PvP settings, so I can't really cryopod it yet. But you're going to want to cryopod this guy. I'll probably just leave it here. Hopefully nothing gets at the front of the cave. I'll probably walk in a little bit more before we get kicked off. Yeah, I think we should be fine here. And what I have on me is just your normal stuff. The biggest thing is you want to have hot weather gear. You also want to have a canteen or something that holds water, because you're going to be needing to drink the water. And so it's going to be a straight shot to this thing. It actually isn't very deep in here. There's not a whole lot of things in here that we need to worry about. There are like bugs and stuff in here that we have to kill, but they're all low level. So we're gonna go to the right here. You can go straight that way, and that'll take you to one of the other artifacts. But that artifact isn't required for summoning the boss, so I'm not gonna worry about that artifact. But hang to the right, stay on this cliff edge. So we just wanna keep following, hang to the right of the cave. There we go, we can avoid that. This is why you bring a Thyla as well. You can bypass a lot of that stuff. Come to a little ramp, go down the ramp, go across the water, keep hanging to the right, there's another ramp that goes up. And the artifact is going to be right there, on this little ledge. So you can just kind of follow this path around. You're going to find a bunch of stuff in here, we can avoid a lot of this. There's the artifact. Let's kill this stuff real quick. Alright, so this is where it's at. It's just on this ledge here. And other things you can get from here are going to be these pearls. There's a bunch of these pearls up here and then down below in the water. So if you need some of these, you can come in here and grab some of those. There we go. There's the Artifact of the Hunter. Very quick, very easy. And then you can go back out the way you came. You just want to hang to the left now of the wall instead of the right. And once you get this big open room, you want to go down this way to this little blue light here. If you go this way, you will get to another artifact. I don't remember which one it is, but it really isn't important because it's not necessary for the boss fights. Alright, so that's going to be it for this artifact. What we're going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and run to the next cave, which is on the same island. and we'll go to the next artifact. Alright, and here we are at the Eastern Lava Island Cave entrance. And we are going to go for the Artifact of the Massive, which is a little bit more of a process than getting the last one. So this is where we are on the map right now. We're kind of in the central eastern part of the island. And you're going to come across these pillars. So if we look at this, it's going to be like some lakes of lava, some structures, arches, stuff like that. And if you look at where we're at, 15.2, 63.3, what you want to do is you want to go down to the floor. This is kind of the base level for this area. And you're going to run across this, just a big open area underground. And there's going to be like some lava and stuff falling down. But the artifact that we want to do is through here. And this is kind of like inside the volcano. You can fly in here. I would just be very careful on how low you go. So you can come down here and get to the very edge of this, and this is where you want to go. So down below is a cave, and you can see it's really far down below. So you can get something to get you down there, but you can't fly down there. So that's going to be one of the problems. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Thyla to get down there. And to get back up, it's going to be a little bit harder. So I recommend getting something that will let you resist hot weather, because this is very hot. And then also, you want to have a decent amount of grappling hooks, because you're probably going to use those to get back up. Bring a Thyla to get down there and to fight stuff. And also, bring a cryopod to cryopod your Thyla. You don't have to worry too much about encountering things up here. There's not going to be much in here. Stuff might roam in here, but I doubt it'll get to your flyer. And we just need to avoid the lava, really. Probably not take as much damage as possible while we go down here. But this is a pretty decent drop. And we have to go to the very, very bottom here. Oh, there we go. And we could probably just hop off the very last second and be safe. You don't have to worry about the ground here, it's not going to hurt you. Just the actual moving lava, like the flowing lava, that's what's going to hurt you. Alright, now that we're down here, what I would recommend first is to put a marker like at this doorway so you can get back to this point. Because this place is like in the far, far corner of the cave. And what we want to do is we want to go to the right here. And we're going to kind of just travel. Not that way. Go around here. I'm gonna go around this bend. And we want to keep going towards the west is where we want to go. So go towards the west. You don't want to go that way. You want to go this way through this area here. You want to go follow this around. And you're gonna see this lava here, and you're gonna see these like resource tables here, or I guess like platforms of resources there. That's where you know you're in the right spot. There's gonna be lots of enemies in here. We just need to run past them. Try to dodge the spider attacks. You want to stay on this side right here. I'm gonna hug this right well. So the lava won't kill you right away. It doesn't do a ton of damage. But if you are submerged in the lava, even if you're on a mount, it will start hitting you. So you definitely don't want to be submerged in the lava, because you will take damage on your character. Okay, so we made it to this point here. We need to go this way. So there's like a pillar that goes up. We need to go past that. Keep hugging the right wall and you get to the next point. And these are the columns we want to look for, is these. And in between these two columns is going to be a path down. So go down this path. And you're going to see this big open room. And in the middle of it's going to be a little hill surrounded by torches and stuff. This is where the artifact is. And there it is. This is the artifact of the massive. And there's also a red drop over there. We should be able to get off and grab this before they get to us, right? Alright, so we now have the artifact. So I'll just quickly go back out. Yeah, we'll just head back out the way we came. Try to avoid the spiders. If you put a rally point down, it definitely would be easier to find your way out. Just make sure as you're going up and you go past the ruins, you want to keep hugging the left side. Alright, made it to the rally point. And now if you go back up to the top there, you can see that it's pretty far up there. And there's some water in here if you need some water. So we can do one of two things. We could try to climb up to each level. It definitely is pretty hard to get up to certain points. So you might have to just get out and start using the crossbow and some grappling hooks. Alright, so this point right here, I don't think there's any way out of this point without having to use the grappling hooks. You can try to go over here and get out of here. So we're climbing up the, I guess, the southeast wall of this place. There might be a spot here we can climb up to the next level. But that's not even the end right there either. Alright, there's probably is a way to get out of here with Thyla, but I'm just going to use the grappling hooks just because it's much quicker to get out of here with the grappling hooks than it is to try to climb up the wall with Thyla. So let's make sure we have nothing in here that we need. And then, yeah, I'll just quickly hop out of here with the grappling hooks. Alright, made it out. So that is the artifact of the massive. So yeah, it's not too terrible to get. Just getting out of this canyon is pretty rough. And it's probably possible to get out of here with a Thyla, but it would require a lot of time and a lot of testing on how to do that. But there are lots of ledges you can use to get up out of there. And I would say using the grappling hook is probably the easiest way to get out of there. Alright, so that is it for the 2 lava island artifacts and caves. And these 2 artifacts are required to summon the bosses on the center. And those are the massive and the hunter artifacts. So I hope this video helps you get those artifacts and get back out of those caves. I thank you for watching, I appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.